Welcome again to my video channel, my-mindguide.com. My name is Kurt Gassner, and I'm the author of a couple of books, I think more than 20 now, of self-help, topic self-help, self-empowerment. I also did 6 or 7 business books and 1 children book. Today I have a very serious topic which everybody is affected in one or another way. And I think it's very important to know and to read and to cope with this topic. The book is called Guilt and Shame, the Unholy Siblings. Yes, Guilt and Shame, the Unholy Siblings. And to dive in this topic, I may tell you and read what's on the back cover. Understand guilt and shame and stop them from holding you back. Do you often get overwhelmed by feelings of guilt and shame? Do you want to learn how to forgive yourself and live a happier life? Shame and guilt have much in common. They are self-conscious emotions implying self-reflection and self-evaluation. They involve negative self-evaluations and feelings of distress, elicited by one's perceived failures, strongly correlate with each other and often coexist. However, most researchers maintain that shame and guilt are distinguishable from each other and that the differences matter. Guilt is an emotion you experience when you feel bad about a specific thing or event, something you did or didn't do. Shame, on the other hand, is an overreaching feeling that you are inadequate or that you are somehow bad or wrong as a person on the whole. Letting go of the past and learning how to forgive yourself are 2 things that can help you overcome the feelings of guilt and shame and all of the negative emotions that they come with. One thing you should keep in mind is that you are not alone. There are a lot of people out there who are struggling to move on and forgive themselves or others. In this book, I will examine the differences between guilt and shame and share tricks and techniques to help you regulate your emotions and free yourself from those feelings. And for me, the 3 top reasons why this book is important for everybody: understand what guilt and shame are and how to distinguish them, discover how they can affect your life, and find out how to forgive yourself and live a better life. Yes, it's a very, very serious topic, but it's on the book. I may point out it's written with practical advice and it's not in a scientific language. I try to avoid really scientific language, and it's a practical book. It has practical advice, practical tips, and practical insights in real life stories. So that you have a glimpse what's in this book. What is guilt? Then family estrangements, shame and guilt. Very often, guilt and shame are rooted in family history. In philosophy, concepts of guilt and shame, I should point this out, what's in the philosophy. Managing guilt, obtaining positive results from negative emotions. And then I start with the conclusion. And also I wrote why I did this book, and it's very important. For me, because this is for me a very essential book. If you can't cope with guilt and shame, if these are overwhelming feelings for you, then then they can destruct your whole life. And so, for me, it was really important to dive deeper in this topic. And I think what you can take a lot out of this book, and may it help you to overcome both bad feelings. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Guilt and shame, the unholy siblings. How to overcome, how to heal, how to avoid. Do you often get overwhelmed by feelings of guilt and shame? Do you want to learn how to forgive yourself and live a happier life? Introducing Guilt and Shame by Kurt Gassner. Understand guilt and shame and stop them from holding you back. Guilt is an emotion you experience when you feel bad about a specific thing or event, something you did or didn't do. Shame, on the other hand, is an overarching feeling that you are inadequate or that you are somehow bad or wrong as a person on the whole. Letting go of the past and learning how to forgive yourself are two things that can help you overcome the feelings of guilt and shame and all of the negative emotions that they come with. In this book, Kurt Gassner examines the differences between guilt and shame and shares tricks and techniques to help you regulate your emotions and free yourself from those feelings. Top 3 reasons to buy this inspirational book today. Understand what guilt and shame are and how to distinguish them. Discover how they can affect your life. Find out how to forgive yourself and live a better life. Guilt and Shame, the Unholy Siblings. Also available as paperback and hardcover in the Amazon store.